This is Keith Scott-Mumby sharing with you on Incredible Mind Hacks, and I'd like to talk to you about enlightenment and transformation, or maybe enlightenment versus transformation. Enlightenment, of course, is a pretty big issue, and out in the East it seems to mean a big deal. You know, it means some flash bang and you discover God and wham bang and everything changes for you at that moment. Usually it's a very significant event that takes place quickly rather than something that is slowly accrued and worked towards. I really don't see why that should matter. You know, I think as long as you end up in the same place, you can get there by small degrees, and why not? I mean, as an example, take Hannibal crossing the Alps, and they'd find these massive boulders and they couldn't get elephants through the pass. What did they do? Well, they had to get rid of these gigantic boulders. So they lit fires and poured water and it crumbled a bit, and they lit fires and poured some more water and it crumbled a bit more, bits dropped off, and they lit fires, poured water, and did this alternately. And suddenly at some point there would be some big shattering bang and a crash and the whole thing would fall apart. But the important thing is that was built up by small degrees. It didn't happen suddenly. It happened later because of the sort of preliminary work. And in fact, you can see that, I'm just thinking now to be more modern, let's think about rockets, the pictures of the giant Saturn V rockets going to the moon. I mean, for the first 10 or 20 seconds, nothing is happening. It's just almost just about to fall over. It's just going and just going and just going. And then it gets faster and faster, and whoosh, off it goes and leaves the Earth's gravitational field. But if you just took those first 20 or 30 seconds, you'd get the idea it's hardly moving at all. There's a huge amount of power being released, but it's only contributing slightly towards forward movement. Well, I'd just like to put it in your mind that this actually is the way it works with enlightenment too. That you can, step by step, you can work towards it, and there'll suddenly come a moment when, if you like, you break free of the Earth's gravitational field, or in mind and spirit, you will suddenly discover, you'll step out of the body or discover some wonderful experience that tells you that indeed you are a non-material spiritual being, immortal and with almost infinite powers to do things. But that's over there. Now why don't we take a look at something a little closer to home? Transformation is an expression we use in punk psychology, meaning things are seen differently. In fact, we talk of the shift. The shift is that magical moment when a person who's seeing things this way and maybe struggling with life is suddenly then able to see them from over here, and things look different. That's the point. When you have a shift and when you see things from a very different point of view, things will change for you. And we know for sure in the way that we do things that it is usually by small degrees or increments. Yes, there's this wonderful moment like Satori, as the Zen masters used to talk about, the sort of wow moment. But it comes in smaller stages. We call it cognosis, actually, where a person gets deeper and deeper insights. And each time they move a little bit closer to a full understanding of what's happening. And look, isn't that the same in education? If you go to, let's say you want to learn a language, well, if you just do a few hours each week, you'll gradually get better and gradually get better. If you want to learn fast, the best way to do things will be just to concentrate only on the language for a while and give up your other academic subjects. But we don't do that, do we? We just take it bit at a time, and then suddenly we find ourselves in a very nice place. And I'd like to put it to you that with mind change and transformation, all the techniques that we've got in punk psychology and the learning, education and study methods that we have in its sister subject, supernoetics, that's really what we achieve for a person. And I want you to see that as a kind of hack in itself. There's a saying, isn't there? Slowly, catchy monkey. If you just rush at it, the monkey will run away. But if you ever so gradually step towards it and then go, you got it by the neck, then you've caught the monkey. You're not going to hurt the monkey, of course. You're not going to kill it. But you see what I'm saying? Now, slowly, catchy monkey could be a motto, if you like. But actually it comes from a teaching by a guy called Alfred Korzybski, a Polish count who came to live in the USA. And he introduced the world to what he called Einsteinian philosophy. Aristotle was your duality man. You know, it was either A or it was not A, or it was either good or it was bad, or it was God or it was the devil. Korzybski introduced us to this idea of incremental change, that you can work things slowly towards where you're going, and that's just as valid. I want you to wipe from your mind the idea that you have to have some huge, big, bang experience for it to be valid or for it to be called enlightenment, because it doesn't. It can come in degrees as well. Now please bear that in mind as you learn more about punk psychology and the Supernoetics educational training. Thanks very much.